wish I had a Filipino flag to wave. Anytime you work with a Filipino, I truly believe there is a bit of a ray of sunshine that comes through and a can-do attitude. And I think when it comes to multi-day events and when it comes to the pressure of pulling it off, with which all three of you do so well, you really want the professionals on hand who can do things with a smile on their face. The important message that we really want to present here is the power of the wedding industry in the Philippines. You both know how passionate I am about this. I was just explaining to Teena that we are in with the tourism board right now to focus on destination weddings in tactical projects as well as strategy. So we're hoping to work with them potentially the next 3 to 5 years to really push the Philippines as a destination and a key player in Asia. Teddy is in the building.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Mabuhay. Good morning.
I'll start to guide us through the questions because this is all very much relatable to what we're actually going to be talking about, with the Philippines being so strategically located in Asia and other parts of Asia becoming quite saturated when it comes to destination weddings. What can you expect the Philippines to present as something unique to the global destination wedding market?
Philippines is like a hidden gem in terms of a destination wedding. When Gids had his anniversary here in the Philippines and he invited our friends overseas, they were like all surprised at how beautiful Philippines are. The Boracay, Palawan, a different destination has a different vibe. So we can offer our islands, the mountains. And beside with our destination is the people. The Filipino people, the hospitality of the Filipino is incomparable with other countries when you experience that. Aside from that, Filipino can always speak English anytime, so it will be easier for a foreigner to talk to a local and to ask for directions, to give good service to, for future events here.
Absolutely. And I also know for a fact that every Filipino has a hidden talent. You can either sing, dance, or do both. So, Teddy, I'm speaking on behalf of you. The Philippines is so talented in terms of the actual wedding ecosystem. And this is something that we've been presenting to the tourism board and really trying to, I guess, explain both to them as well as international planners, particularly from India, around what is actually available in the Philippines. Teddy, when I attended your masterclass last year, I was amazed by how quickly they transformed the room. The level of detail and work that goes into your events and the fact that you have the manpower. And also, I think the cost of goods, I think that you guys are quite fair and reasonable. It's not super expensive, but you're getting really great quality. Where Gideon had his event, I mean, that ballroom, just the size of that ballroom in the Marriott, and I know that there are so many other venues, was extraordinary. The height of the ceilings, the fact that you can transform these spaces, it's pretty incredible. So Gideon, from your perspective, obviously hosting a global event this year in the Philippines and showcasing all of your amazing designers, all of the incredible talent that's in the Philippines, can you tell us from a design and decor perspective what people can really expect from the Philippines should they host a destination wedding with you?
Well, as a Filipino, we always work with the heart. We feel like everyone is a family, even our clients. And we always incorporate our heart in every design that we do. We work hard in everything that we design also. And that's a very, very distinct Filipino trait. And Philippines is always ready for any weddings. From the ballrooms to local suppliers, we are all equipped with so much talent, creativity, and actually the space.
And I think that the heart comes with the passion and the passion comes with lots of smiles. I really believe that when you're being serviced by and working with Filipinos, you do have a very strong hospitality and service sector, which I think in different parts of the world can be quite challenging. Teena, I'm going to throw it to you. And obviously you're in LA right now. I'm in Sydney. The difference between having a wedding, I guess, in the Philippines versus anywhere else, I'd like you to talk through what you can expect to experience as a couple.
When you go to the Philippines, as Teddy said, it's a hidden gem in Asia. The Philippines is a country to be discovered. And once you discover the Philippines, you learn that the warmth, the hospitality that the Filipino brings is deeply rooted in the soul of its people. I think that's the main core of what makes the Philippines unique, what makes a Filipino wedding experience different is the soul of its people, and you see the generosity of spirit of every Filipino. As Gideon was saying, there are so much hardworking people. Despite the odds, we can do whatever it takes to create an event from ground up because of that generosity in spirit. And that translates directly in the way we celebrate. So that's something that, we are very proud to showcase. And that's something really that I've seen in terms of difference. Personally, I do weddings across the globe. I really sometimes crave for that smile, for that warmth, for that hospitality, and for that generosity in spirit.
You're a destination wedding planner by nature. You do weddings all over the world. What does the Philippines have to offer in terms of landscape? Because, when I heard the number of islands that the Philippines has, I was like, hold on, what? Are you sure? And I was like, ChatGPT. I was shocked and really quite surprised also by the landscape. So talk us through, I guess, Teddy mentioned the different regions, but from a landscape and a natural backdrop, what can we expect from the Philippines?
As Teddy mentioned, we have seaside, we have the oceans, we have the mountains. There are a lot of places in the Philippines that is yet to be explored. We have Amanpulo, we have Naipalad in Siargao, we have those small pocket lakeside villas like Nook Taal. We have Batanes. When you get there, even us Filipinos would, it would take our breath away. It will be like, oh my gosh, we are in the Philippines. And there are a lot of virgin islands, unexplored places to go to. Of course, it's a logistical nightmare from my end, but the landscape, we have everything in the Philippines, and the beauty is really beyond compared.
I think from that perspective now with destination weddings, we're seeing multi-day events, we're seeing guest experience be at the forefront of what is really driving couples to pick certain regions. They're not just thinking about the ceremony or the reception. They're thinking, what are we doing before the wedding? What are we doing afterwards? Can we have an after party? Can we take our guests on a tour? When I was in the Philippines and I went through all of the historical sites, I was so surprised by the number of different countries that had come through the Philippines and the influence of the Spanish culture, the American culture, the Chinese culture. I think that it's really extraordinary. And you mentioned Nukdal, which is, of course, part of Wedded Week and is an extraordinary venue. We hope that we continue to build our partnerships with those in the Philippines so we can showcase to the world what the Philippines has to offer. I want to talk a little bit about Wedded Week because we're really excited. Teddy, this is your third Wedded Week. So you're an OG Wedded Week partner. Teddy, we've worked with you for quite a number of years. Talk us through, I guess, what Wedded Week means for you and for the industry.
I guess this is the first step to be, globally recognized. The visibility of being globally online is still a must, because our bride and groom are still searching through our Instagram. This is like a good environment, not just for startup, but for those who are established business to make a mark or to be in a map in terms of search engine, not just a search engine, but opportunity to be globally recognized. So how many years is a Wedded
Yeah,
Wedded
so
Week?
this is our third Wedded Week.
Yeah, I'm so happy that since the beginning, I'm part of it.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Teddy. Look, for us, Wedded Week is a global celebration. This is why we decided to host this online because our couples do come from all over the world. And so do our partners. And I think the industry knows this, but many people outside don't know that when you are doing destination weddings, you're often partnering with other planners, other designers in different parts of the world. And I think that's what's so important is recognizing where all these amazing ambassadors are, the incredible venues that we work on, and of course, our vendor partners. It does open us up to have conversations with tourism boards because, of course, we
Yes.
want them to recognize the power of the global wedding market and just how many people with incredible expertise like you all actually work in this market. We love hosting Wedded Week, and the feedback is always incredible from everyone for different levels. Some are looking for exposure, some are looking for connection, some are looking for affiliation, and that's what Wedded Wonderland is here for, is to build that snowball. Gideon, I'm going to ask you a question in relation to, I guess, the trends that you're seeing at the moment, particularly in the weddings that you're doing, both in the Philippines and surrounds. We've seen that you've trekked so many different parts of the world this year. When it comes to destination weddings and the ultra high net worth clients, are they choosing experience over design? Are they still really focused on production? What are you seeing in terms of the trends and shifts at the moment?
For destination weddings now, definitely a multi-day event is a must and important because they really want a guest experience. It's not just about having a nice sumptuous dinner or like a beautiful decor. It's actually a whole experience for everyone upon they arrive to the destination, going to different locations, doing different activities. And as a creative individuals like us, we become more creative because we get to impart our clients' love story in each and every day or in every event that we do. So it's like a whole chapter of their love story, and we divide them into different portions to make the whole experience unique also.
It's about the experience. I think that word keeps coming up time and time again for sure. And we're definitely seeing that trend in terms of unique designs in different parts of the world. Teena, your couples and the way that you work and the way that you operate is truly extraordinary. I'm sure that you're working in many different time zones and managing so many different stakeholders, so many different partners around the world. What is it that you look for when you're looking to source a venue, when you're looking for a local floral designer perhaps, or an entertainment group? What is it that you're really after?
When we do destination weddings, we always want to embrace the destination first. So in embracing that destination, we look for partners that are very collaborative, who offers a unique taste of that destination, their cuisine, the way they celebrate, that certain impartation, because that's the main purpose, the main core why people do destination weddings, because we want to embrace that particular destination. We want that impartation to happen, that sharing, that crossing of cultures, that celebration of the different, cultures. That's what we're really going for. And in terms of the trends that's going for couples nowadays, that's going for destination weddings, as you said, it's more of a journey. We're looking for vendors, for suppliers that leads up or builds up that journey for us, right? Because we're not just focused on one wedding day. We're not just focused on the ceremony, the reception that unfolds in one day. We're focused on that entire experience from the time they arrive, from the time that they're picked up from the airport, from the time they're taken to their hotels. That entire experience, everything matters. Every step, the storytelling happens.
Embracing the destination, I think this is just so important. And it does take those who do destination weddings. I think the word is definitely thrown around these days, similar to the word luxury in the wedding industry. But 90% of destination weddings, it is about logistics. It's about understanding the lay of the land and how you can actually operate there. And, I think for your experience, Teena, in the way that you look to embrace that culture, I mean, what's the point of encouraging 300 people to go from one side of the world to the other if they don't actually get that experience? And having those contacts as well, I think is so important in the wedding industry to be able to facilitate that. So hopefully Wedded Week will open up some new contacts for you, Teena, Teddy, and Gideon. And if there's anyone that you'd like us to connect with directly, and of course our couples who are tuning in here, if you want to be connected with any of our fabulous partners from Philippines to the world, because you're all so globally minded and talented. And we're just so excited at Wedded Wonderland to continue expanding the opportunities that are available for couples in getting wedded in the Philippines. And of course, partnering with Filipino service providers around the world, because you will still get that smile and that passion no matter where you go. Okay, so it's not restricted to the Philippines. Anytime you work with a Filipino, I truly believe there is a bit of a ray of sunshine that comes through, and a can-do attitude. And I think when it comes to multi-day events, and when it comes to the pressure of pulling these
Mhm.
off, with which all three of you do so well, you really want the professionals on hand who can do things with a smile on their face. So I really appreciate your time today. I know how busy you all are. Happy Wedded Week 2025. I wish I had a Filipino flag to wave and a US one. Yeah, together. I wish you a wonderful also Christmas, which I learned, thank you to Teddy, that Christmas season starts in September. In the
Yes.
It
Philippines.
when you come to the Philippines now, you feel the Christmas celebration every
Yeah, all
corner.
the malls, all the cities are
Yeah.
now having their Christmas
I
decorations.
just
Yeah.
think, you know what, destination weddings, we want to drive that for the Philippines, but for anyone who is Christmas obsessed, let me tell
Yes.
you, you are in for a real treat. And if you want Christmas to go for longer than, the 2 or 3 or 4 weeks that we get in different parts of the world, in seeing all of the activations, all of the experiences, head over to the Philippines. It starts from September. Thank you so much for your time, and happy Wedded Week 2025. And we look forward to continuing to explore and celebrate what the Philippines has to offer to the world. Thanks,
Happy Wedded
guys.
Week!
Happy Wedded Week.
Happy Wedded Week and thank you so
Bye.
Bye.
much.